Hi Libra, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-December 2022 love reading. Thank you to those of you who liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the bridge and the gap spread. And the way it works is to look at the past energies, present energies, and future energies between you and a man of interest. Once we get through all that, we'll pull some oracle cards as well, and that's where the bridge and the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, and on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as the energy and the cards on the right as the other person's. If you feel like it's the other way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the Ace of Cups. So, pretty straightforward here. Just says to me that in the past you guys actually found yourselves growing romantic feelings for this person. It's not necessarily guaranteed that those feelings were expressed, but at the very least it looked like you saw the potential to grow something with this person as far as a romantic connection. And past energy on their side, we have the Seven of Swords. So with this deck in particular, it stands out to me the way she's sitting there alone at a table, right, with a bunch of swords around her. So it could just be one of those things where it might say the energy they were bringing were, maybe it was a bit of a self-sabotage energy, right? Maybe they were pushing people away for whatever reason, but that's kind of what I'm getting there. So whereas you seem to be having these feelings for this person, it looks like they were just in a mood to where they were just pushing everyone away. So I don't feel like if you felt that energy from them, it was personal toward you. It's just that was the energy they were in general. All right, present energy on your side, we have strength. So Leo energy here. And to me, this is saying that the passion's probably grown for this person, right? You're probably feeling more confident in the potential to see the connection grow as well. But yeah, definitely looks like there's some passion energy between the two of you. All right, present energy on their side, we have a lot of cards that came up. Yeah, I can't even pick them up. There we go. All right, so we have the Nine of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Four of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Five of Cups. So clearly a lot going on there, right? Now, this card always stands out to me as, if we look at the artwork there, we see a child in the background and they don't look all that happy, right? It looks like they're looking over at the adults. So to me, this gives me the perception of a child, right, who maybe their parents were very affectionate with each other, but they weren't very affectionate with the child, right? So that could be why they're generally speaking quite guarded when it comes to love. With the Knight of Wands energy here, it could just be saying that that's how they've chosen to go about it, right? Where they could have a bit of a hit and run type energy about themselves. We even see like a red flag hanging for this particular Knight of Wands. But the Four of Cups energy says that on the one hand, I feel like they might find that doesn't really fulfill them either, right? So if they do tend to jump from one connection to the next, right, just keep things really casual. I feel like this is saying that with the Four of Cups energy, they realize that doesn't fulfill them, right? And but then at the same time, I feel like if they try to go the more emotional route, it tends to bore them a little bit, and then they end up getting into these dramatic situations with the Five of Cups energy we see there that cause conflict, upheaval, right? So it goes without saying that with all those cards, it seems like this person probably needs to do some work on themselves, but that's definitely what I'm seeing there. It looks like they might have a tendency to self-sabotage like we saw in the past too, right? So I feel like it might not even be just their romantic relationships that are like that, but it could just be even friendships, right? Because Aquarius energy can point to friendships. So this person just could have that energy where they might push a lot of people away in their lives. All right, and future energy on your side, we have the Prince of Coins. So this is actually a Virgo energy here. It could just be saying that this is you guys trying to feel out if you still want to offer something stable with this person or not, right? So I feel like you might see these red flags and you might start to wonder, and it can have you hesitating a little bit, like, okay, could I actually build something with this person, or do they still have a ways to go before they get to that point where they're able to be in that type of connection, right? So you might see the potential, basically, that, okay, they could, operate that way, but I feel like you might also see that, okay, it might still have quite a bit of work to do before they get to that point, so that could be holding you back at this time. All right, and future energy on their side, we have the Two of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, with this artwork here, right, we see two kids, and one looks like he's reaching toward her to kiss her on the cheek or something, and it looks like she's not having it, right? And then with the Seven of Pentacles energy, to me, it looks like she's running up toward this person, right, with the pentacles along the way. So it could just be one of those things where this person just gives me that vibe of someone that would push the connection away until it's almost too late, right? Or for some of you, might even end up being too late. But yeah, I feel like that's the thing where they'll push it to the edge as far as they can, and then finally they'll try to come back around, right, to build the connection. So seems pretty problematic, quite frankly, but that's definitely the energy that I'm seeing for this person pretty consistently. Where, like I said, the biggest indicator I feel like would be for you if you notice that they tend to do that with their friendships too, right? Then that's a good indicator. Okay, just across the board, it's nothing personal toward you. It's just something that they have going on, but obviously it could impact you the closer you try to get to the person. All right, bottom of the deck on your side, we have the King of Cups. So yeah, this is a Scorpio energy here. So it could even just be saying, even if we look at the body language too, right, his back is turned to the cards there. Then on the one hand, you might still feel the love for this person, but at the same time withhold it as far as you know that, okay, this person, still has some work to do, basically. So you could just feel torn, right, where you feel the feelings, but you know deep down that, okay, this is not going to end very well, right? And bottom of the deck on their side, we have the World. So with this card in particular, we do see the kid sitting on the top there with the two adults holding it up, right? So I feel like this is saying that eventually they might overcome that, right? So like I said, going back to childhood, it looks like there might have been something where they might have felt like they weren't getting love, and so they might just push it away now for fear of that wound coming back up. So I feel like this is saying that that's really what they're just going to have to work on, right? So it might take them a while to get there, but it looks like this is saying eventually they will overcome that. All right, moving on to your oracle cards. First, we'll see what we get from Aqua Moonlight deck here. I did pre-shuffle this deck before we started recording, and what I'm going to be looking for here is unspoken messages from you to them, and then from them to you. And I'll be looking for jumpers at first, but if I shuffle for a while and anything comes up, I'll just put the deck down and pull cards that way. So we'll see what we get. Almost have one there. All right, and that does want to go back in the deck. And next we'll see what we get from them to you. All right, got one there. So let's see what we got on your side first. Okay, we have baggage. It says, I'm sweeping away toxicity to make room for what's truly important. Interesting message to see here, right? Because if that was actually the card for the energy on the right side, then that would definitely be a bit more promising. Of course, nobody's perfect, right? So maybe you have your own stuff you're working through as well, but I don't necessarily see an indicator of you having any toxic energy toward the situation. Well, I mean, if nothing else, maybe just you might have to look at what would draw you to this person at this time, right? Given that they seem like all they're doing is pushing things away. But that's what I see with that. And then on their side, we have mountain. All right, it says something or someone is standing in between us right now. Yeah, well, goes without saying, right? I could definitely see how that fits as far as, like I said, it looks like they just have some stuff that they need to work through. To say would take patience to wait for that to play out seems like an understatement, but it's interesting where I can almost see these two messages being flip-flopped. So given they came out the way that they did, maybe some of you resonate more with the energy on the right than the left, but hoping it resonated either way. And lastly, we'll pull a card from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Same situation as far as I pre-shuffled this deck as well, but here we're just looking for one card with general advice to wrap the reading up with. Alright, and that does want to go back in the deck, so let's see what you got. Okay, we have Treasure Island. And there's the artwork. The number is 9. And we'll see what it says. Okay, the relationship message says your relationship is a treasure, providing even more than you need, but you may not see that right now. No matter how long you've been together, you and your partner are always discovering hidden gems about yourselves and each other. Now is the time of discovery. It's as if everything is in sync and everything is new again. Romance blooms and love is in the air. You can be assured that this partnership will bring you great gifts and valuable lessons. Keep your heart open. The message of this card is to celebrate love and what it teaches you. This is interesting because reading this message as well makes me feel that a lot of you might actually resonate more with the energy on the right side, because what you would say about the person on this side is it does seem like they'd be taking this energy for granted, right? Like this seems like a very balanced energy, someone who is trying to give their best to the connection, and then this is the person that seems to be running a little bit wild, right? Pushing the connection away, pushing all connections away, quite frankly, from the looks of it. So yeah, for a lot of you, you might find that you actually resonate more with the energy on the right here, given that that message seems to fit better with that. But hopefully that resonated with you guys. I'll wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.